This relates to quick news. Government shutdown threats grow after Minnesota shooting. Border Commander reassigned as federal agents have leave Minnesota. Judge threatens to hold acting ICE director on contempt for ignoring court orders. Lawmakers are odds over the DHS funding as partial government shutdown looms. So it could be another possible partial shutdown. Last one was a few months ago, over almost 30 plus days. You know what I mean? Probably more than that. You know what I mean? I'll look up the exact number in a minute. How many days? There's a lot of days, you know what I mean? So it could be another shutdown. It'll be over DHS funding relating to ICE. You had another incident in Minnesota. Tensions are still growing. Scripture says they should take the course of their actions, not regard the kings and princes. The scripture talks about I'm going to read a few scriptures real quick. A wise ruler will educate his people. Educate goes to instruct and teach. And his government will be in orderly. They will be in order. And wherever the government and the powers be, the people will follow suit. That's where that goes. All officials and all citizens will be like the ruler. So if you have a righteous ruler that runs everything fairly, justly, then the people will follow under that vibration of that. If you have an unwise ruler, which is a few scriptures down, then the people is going to follow suit under that. This goes to wise magistrates and powers. All officials and all citizens will be like their ruler. An uneducated king, which will be an unwise ruler, it's another version, will ruin his people. So if you have an unwise, unjust ruler, that's going to ruin the people. That's going to destroy the rulership, destroy the foundation of the structure of order, be relating to that respected rulership. And that's what you're seeing. The people are going to follow suit at the ones who are in the position of power. And that's why they're at the head or at the helm. But government will grow strong if its rulers are wise. A government will grow strong if its rulers are wise. So if the rulers are wise, then the government is going to be strong. If the government is unwise, then the rulership and the powers within that structural aspect are going to be broken, man. They're going to be fractured. That's why you see the divide, the division, because you have an unwise or history of unwise ones at the helm, which destroyed, me relating to the power structure of the government. The people follow that order of that government, man, whether good or bad. The Lord sees to the government of the world. It brings the right person to power at the right time. And another version would be he will appoint a right one he will appoint a right one at a certain time. He will appoint one at an appointed time. The success of a person is in the Lord's hands. Scripture talks about, I set one up, I set one down. In Psalm 75th chapter, I believe. So he sets one up, he sets one down. That's rulership. So that's one's in position of power. The Lord is the source of honor given to all officials. You know what I mean? So the powers to be are in the hands of the Lord. You know what I mean? You know, so you know that's what you're seeing. You're seeing a broken governmental system of people, ones in a position of power collectively. You know. Let's go back to the news. Snow forecast in northeastern, possible more in Philadelphia. East Coast this weekend. It's supposed to be colder temperatures all week, even in Florida, into the 30s over the weekend, to the 30s, and especially at night, Saturday and Sunday, for example. So cold weather is not exempt from even down here. You know what I mean? It's not a respect of persons as far as reaching areas that normally would be warm. You know what I mean? Scripture says, talk about fearful sights, signs in the heaven. You know what I mean? Signs of the time, is a matter of speaking. So things are changing. Things that would be normal are being shifted out of place. That goes with the weather as well, man. You know, things that would be normal are starting to become abnormal. You know what I mean? You have let's continue on. Chicago Memorial held Alex Ferretti, Minnesota man, deleted by immigration agent. You have that. You have Trump delivers economical remarks in Iowa, backlash over federal agents related to in Minnesota. You have Trump in Iowa, protesters take the street in Clive. Some protesters in Iowa taking the street related to that. India EU clinch mother of all deals historic free trade agreement. Opening statements made out in Alexander's brother's trial. One person injured in a shooting involved border patrol near U.S.-Mexican border, so you had another incident, shooting. You had Minnesota SOS Simon, DOJ requests voters information. No. Calls grows to fire. DHS Kristi Noem as shutdown looms over. Immigration crackdown. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney to Donald Trump. I'll be what I said in Davos. Late to messaging. Olympic watch ICE will reportedly be used as security at Winter Olympics. You see what this says here.
That was clear. It was a broader set of issues that Canada was the first country to understand the change in U.S. trade policy that it initiated and responding to that. Partnerships abroad and we're prepared to respond positively by building that new relationships with Christmas. We understood that in most of the conversations, I think.
We have There's quick news related to that. Let me see what else. You had, I seen a report of, France's president to meet Denmark. Oh yeah, the 15S, which is relating to social media ban for people under 15, proposed by the French Prime Minister Emmanuel Macron. You know, he's talking about setting it up for September this coming school year relating to that social media ban. See that on the report. You have an so alarmed as Trump threatens terrorists. So South Korea, 15 to 25%. I see reports relating to what is it, Japan, Show and Fo report talking about Japan dropping something with U.S. assets and different things. So a lot of videos. Iran simulates a strike as USS Abraham Lincoln reach the Middle East. So pretty much a form of psyop, form of simulation. You having the psyop's pretty much something that stimulates motions, a form of response through an extreme situation, or think something that's being played out to stir up emotions or to get a response from a different extreme situation. Trump threatens Canada with 100% tariffs over a China deal. And that's probably why Mark Carney's probably saying certain things relating to, he means what he says, because Trump related to the tariffs situation. So this is another situation here. So the tension between U.S. and its allies is growing. Scripture said, they shall hate the whore burner with fuel of fire. 17:16 of Revelations. So, and I see the report talking about U.S. is officially separated himself from relating to the World Health Organization. I see that on the report. And French President Macron will meet with leaders of Denmark and Greenland in Paris on Wednesday, related to Greenland situation. Related to the situation with Benjamin Netanyahu Monday, talking about government has completed its moral and ethic mission with the return of final hostages related to the Gaza Strip. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer will head to China and Japan on the 27th, which is tonight. His spokesperson confirmed that what would be a first official visit in Beijing by a British Prime Minister since 2018. 11 people were deleted, 12 others injured. Armed attack at a football pitch, central Mexican state of Guanajuato, July 25th. Authorities said the shooting took place in the neighborhood of Salamanca. Right here. You have relating to the protest unrest, 30,000 relating to officials, plus. Vladimir Putin will meet Zelensky, Axios web portal said, source related to that. Portal internet source. This is Crux Reports I'm reading. So these are just different news reports, different things talking about. Seen a lot of videos talking about relating to, that's what I was talking about, a psyop. Operation to convey selective information, indicators to an audience to influence their emotion. Motives, objectives, reasoning, ultimately the behavior of organization groups and individuals. So selective form of information, the creation of a collective of circumstances where it draws an audience in, where it gets responses from, it influences the responses relate emotionally and different things by certain events happening. So this is top news. I hope it helps relate to information. This is Zion Wolf. We give all praise, Yahweh Shem Yahshua B'Shem Rakakadash. Zion Wolf Shalom.